Let's go. What's happening, bulls? Yo, yo, yo. What the fuck is up? Let's get into it. We've got a lot to cover. There is big signals triggering. I'm going to take some trades. We're taking some trades. We're definitely taking some trades. Maybe more than one. Maybe more than one. Let's go. Ask some questions. You're welcome. Have a chat. Let's go. Let's have a look. The crypto market is about to move massively. I'll keep you posted. Let's talk about it. I'll tell you why. This is the Crypto Bubbles Top 100, 1 to 100. Good website, graphic, enjoyable. Something that you can enjoy visually. In the last hour, in the last day, in the last week, in the last month. It's very good to see what's moving when. It's been a good day, a green day, majority green. A few trailers, Aave, Pengu, ENA, a couple of coins, lagging, if you will. Sometimes that's the best ones to jump on if the market's moving. M and Pump, a couple of newcomers on the block. Sky, relatively new. Weekly, what's been moving. M, Pump, IP. So again, the times change. The old guard fades away, the new guard slips in. Altcoins, unless you truly believe in them and you get a fantastic entry, you don't want to hold them for too long. In saying that, some of the altcoins have been trending fantastically, even throughout this. One being this, Hype. Look at this coin. Insane. We've been talking about it since all the way back here. If you bought it under 10, you're a G. If you look at a chart like this, you just see strength. If you look at a chart like this, Tron, TRX, you also see long-term strength. If you zoom out on Tron to the daily chart, but we're actually going to have to go to the weekly chart. Look at that. Okay, this is Tron. Tron's just been going up and to the right, more or less. You know, it had 21 to 23. It had a down year, relatively similar price action. But more or less, if you zoom out, it's been going up and to the right for 5 fucking years. Now, Hype is potentially posed to do a similar thing. Hype has these pullbacks, and in retrospect, they're not that big. They're actually really not that big of pullback. Let's have a little look here. Eat my words. The biggest one being 28%, couldn't even crack the 30. These pullbacks are very minuscule, and they just show the strength and the buying power that happens when it pulls back. Okay, so this thing's coiling up like a snake. Volatility is contracting, and it's one of those times where a coin like Hype, you either sit on the sideline and say, oh, it's too high, I'm not buying it, or you jump on and ride it to most likely higher prices. If we come over here onto CoinGecko, let's have a little look here. We'll flick around CoinGecko, sort by market cap. Let's have a little look at where Hype is sitting. So Hype is massive coin, $12 billion market cap. So if we compare that to something twice as big, that would be a $24 billion market cap. Nothing there other than Cardano, which is the next leg up. So if we can go over to market cap of, here we look into market, we click on market cap of. So we want to compare things in market caps. Very important to compare things in market cap. If you want to think how big a coin can actually go, think of it in market cap. Okay, so if Hype was the same size as Cardano ADA, Hype would be $111. See what I'm saying? If Hype had the same market cap, because remember, everything is ranked on market cap. Looking at this, you open CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap and you see these coins in order, and you say, why the hell is Dogecoin, which is only got a 20-cent price, higher in the rank than Chainlink, which got a $22 price? You ever think that? Or why is that why is XRP third at $2.85, and there's BNB that's 8? Like, why isn't the higher price above that? Because it's not ranked in price, it's ranked in market cap. So for me to think that, could Hype be as big as Cardano? If Hype was as big as Cardano, the market cap size is measured in market cap. The market cap would be 30 billion, and Hype would have a price of $111. I don't think it's not possible. I think it could happen, especially with the strength of that chart. Unbelievable, very impressive, very, very strong. I mean, look, you buy it, you buy it. It's a fantastic chart. So Hype is a fantastic chart. Let's have a look at a couple other charts. Pengu, not so good. Flagging, praying that it breaks up. Not the worst time to long. Solana, another strong as looking coin. Very strong. Look, a lot of these other coins are doing this. Most coins look like this at the moment. Alright, so big bull flags. Solana, on the other hand, is just charging up. It's just trending hard. There's been little to no pullback whatsoever. We did that big trade on, put it in the premium group. I think I put it in the free chat too. Big strength in Solana. So expecting, like I said, Solana to come up and hit that 240 area. So it's not too late to get on. But look, see these highs here, the majority of highs. High, you get the bull trap. Breakout, fake out, comes back down, makes another high. So these are highs. This is a range high right here, and this is where I'm expecting the price to reach within the next month, and that's when we'll be heavily TPing on the Solana trade. So you got TRX here. I mean, there is a bit of FUD going on about TRX with the World Liberty Finance dumping them, so keep that in mind. A lot of these coins, see, most of them look like this. Most coins look like this. You've got big ranges like this, big ranges, and then you've got these coins like that. You've got these coins around the bottom of the ranges in a very significant area, a very important area, a very prominent area, a make or break sort of area. It's one of those areas where you know that they could easily just quit trending up. Here we go. This is one of those spots, and this is where the money's made, because you make the big bets because of the risky bets. It's the time where the coin makes boom or boom. Very, very important time. So when you always look like you make a trade and then you look back and you'll be like, fuck, why didn't I enter back there? I'm not going to enter now. Like, these are those times that you look back on wishing that you entered at. These are those times, and these are the reasons. This feeling that you feel where you're like cautious, you don't really want to enter. This is why people don't enter there, because everybody has this same feeling of caution. It's too risky. They'll wait until the top. They'll let the FOMO beat them, and then they'll enter. Here's Link. Anybody into chain Link? See, that looks. You just see. I mean, this is just a classic uptrend. Fuck, this is. We called that. We called that big higher lows, big swooping higher lows on low volatility. Oops, where are we? Get the crosshairs out. Big swooping lows on low volatility, most likely blue bars, 12-hour blue bars. Yep, we got the signal fresh move starting. Remember that? Talked about it early July, big move coming. Link more or less doubled. Yep, it did. Now we're getting similar, we're getting a new move here. So blue bar, new move. Momentum's at the lows. It's bull flagging. This is literally the definition of a bull flag. It'll look a lot more flag-like. You could cup and handle this too. A big swooping cup and handle. So this is what one of the big requirements of a cup and handle breakout is: big swooping lows. Look at this curve. Boom. Get to the middle. Where is it? Here we go. Alright, big Swoop, rounded bottoms pay the bills, as one famous old man once said. Big rounded bottom, big handle to play off. Obviously this is steepening up. These curves don't do it justice. Sometimes it needs an extra pivot point, but big swooping bottoms, big cup and handles. It's bullish. It's bullish. These are bullish chart patterns. Where there's bullish chart patterns all over the fucking place. It's just counterintuitive to long now, obviously, because the smell of the FUD is in the air. There's a lot of FUD in the air. But in saying that, you remember that this isn't what the typical top feels like, because there's more euphoria and greed and excitement and certainty. But right now everyone's just scared, don't want to touch anything, nervous, not interested. So this is the Bitcoin chart. One candle equals 12 hours. We're going to zoom out to the daily. One candle equals 1 day. We'll just have a little chat about what we talked about previously on the video that I made yesterday. Here we go. Actually, I'm going to zoom in a bit. 4 hour chart we talked about, remember? So, said range, big range, other big range, big price range. Price came down, broke through the knot in the middle of the range, went into this range, got the golden egg, maximum liquidity, huge liquidations, bounces back up, it's heading into this range. Okay, so we said the same thing. If it gets up into this range, showtime, we're going to be talking 120 again. Comes back down into this range, down here, holds it, we're talking 101 again. This is the way that the price action works in ranges. So right now it's trending, and it's uptrending. The most important part is what happens at the end of the weekend, more or less Monday. So you've got a bit of scammy price action to the last year over the next few days, most likely. I mean, it is Thursday in America, so you've still got Friday tomorrow. Then we'll have a day or two of scammy price action, and then we'll see the true extent of this move. But like I'm saying here, if you needed to know, I'm getting blue bar alerts, flat stick for pretty much every single altcoin. Blue bar alerts on the gigabar indicator. Double click. All the SUI, Doge, XRP, they're just all doing the same thing. It's just these big bear flags coming into these liquidity areas, putting in these bottom formations, having these long wicks, and then just basing out and getting ready to. It's a good place to bottom. Let's just put it that way. All right. If this does not bottom here, you're literally going to go all the way down. Like this is a big thing right now. This price action in these altcoins is a big thing. Like we're going down. If the price doesn't bottom here, you're going back down easily into the bottom of this range. This huge range here. So easily back down to this. You'll be coming straight back down to the $2, which is a massive ordeal, especially in XRP and large coins like that. Another 30% drop. Remember, these said, I don't know if you were around in 2017, 2018, you'd have 30% drops in everything in one day. It's fucking insane. It's a lot more liquidity eating up all the orders now, which is good. But yeah, you used to have you wake up the next morning, it'd be like a red day, blood mark. It'd be fucking your favorite altcoin, big altcoin like XRP even would be down 35%. You'd be like, holy shit. And then the next day it'd be down fucking another 10%, and then another 10%, and you'd be like, no way. And then bullets just jet up even higher. These are I'm thinking of a high leverage XRP long. Entry is not going to be fantastic. I mean, the thesis is proven wrong below these wicks. It's going to be quite difficult for it to get back down into these areas. down to these $2.69, so $2.68. I mean, there's going to be a lot of stop losses there. So, yeah, like, look, it's ranging here. All right, so there's a big chance if you're long it anywhere now, it's just straight back down, and you're going to wish that you got a better entry. And there's probably a coin flip on whether that's going to happen or not. Just a big range here. Alright, so very good chance of it just coming back down, testing these lows, at least taking out these lows. So it'd be one of those things where you just jump in now, or you wait for a prime entry. Prime entry would be anything under $2.77. Very interesting. Sui, quite strong. Green, I think these green bars are going to stick for a bit. You're most likely going to see prices up into the $4 area again if this holds. So it's a pretty important area for Sui. It's a pretty big bottom attempt. It's just this sort of shit, you know. You see this shit. It's like that. It's like that. It's bottom. It's a bottom attempt. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the bottom. But look. My heart open. I saw myself show. Ooh. Where are we drawing this? I'm drawing this here. Why don't I encapsulate these things? Because these things are all bull traps. Sui's a highly traded, highly leveraged shitcoin. And this is just, look at this. See that? Breaks above the channel, and then see that stabbing wick to the upside. That's just all about stop loss hitting, stop loss hitting, stop loss hunting. This price is already up. You know, this is not an ideal. We're up 5%. So you either chase it. Where are we looking for liquid for momentum? Interesting. Best way to approach this sort of thing is obviously not buy the range highs, and then accept that. Depends what sort of leverage you want to talk, and depends on the time frame. Like if you zoom out, like I was talking about, like zoomed out, right? It's not a bad entry. $3.38 as compared to, you know, all this price action up here. Like you still range lows. This still counts as range lows, getting towards the middle, clearly, of the range. But you know, you're not buying the top. Yeah, you're in, you know, contrast to previous price action. It's not that bad. Whew. There's a couple of prediction lines here for the Dogecoin that we drew all the way back here. So big double bottom, holding this quite well, basing out. Blue bar, gigabar, new move beginning, holding this range high. So previous range, you got all these highs, high, flipped it. So it's just a classic SR flip that you might have read about. Big area. I was talking in the chat briefly about these coins. So you go into cryptorank.io. Very good to find coins. It's just get the whole like, hey, I don't want to buy something that's pumping. These things that are pumping, it's not. See, these is two very important distinctions to make here: an investment and a trade. An investment and a trade. Some characteristics of the two. An investment has characteristics of long-term interest, long-term expectations, and potentially intrinsic value, potentially fundamentals attached, something where you have a wide time frame and you can see it doing a lot in the future there, and you believe you understand what it is worth. So then when you see the price down, you can buy it as a bargain buy and good value buy. A trade, on the other hand, a shit coin like Pepe or something, where you maybe believe, I mean, I might have offended somebody there, but some piece of shit where you believe that, well, some piece of shit where you understand that you don't know what the fuck it is or what the fuck it's doing, or not, you understand that it doesn't have any value, and you understand that they could just disappear and they'd be gone, and it's not worth fucking anything at all, and there's no money generation whatsoever, and there's not an actual value in the coin. That's a trade. So if that's down low and cheap, maybe don't touch it. All right. So you can let the market decide on what trades can potentially be a good trade, what coins have the strength, and what coins have a strong narrative and a reason for why they're pumping, by just looking at the charts and looking at the percentages that they're putting in. So I've gone on cryptorank.io, I've gone change 3-month change here, and I've looked at the percentages these coins over $1 billion market cap have put in for the last 3 months. And you can see Pudgy Penguins, Aerodrome, ENA, Mantle, Chainlink, Uni, Lido, they're all doing quite well. They're all above 50%. SEI, pretty good. If we look at the last 6 months, similar story. Curve, Bonk, not the biggest and not the worst. Shows there's a lot of room to move. These coins are only up a little bit in the past 6 months. Yearly, yeah, well, it starts getting a bit fudged. Props to XRP and HBAR and XLM, a couple of old dogs still hanging around. So a lot of these coins have strength, and you can just see in the last 30 days, a lot of them have had pretty decent pullbacks, pretty sizey pullbacks at that. You'll notice that Curve and Bonk traveled well in the last 6 months, but not in the last 30 days. Potentially is a good strong pullback. You want to see when the market turns around and corrects itself, you want to see the ones that were very strong having irrational, misunderstood pullbacks, where you don't really understand why or know why they've pulled back so hard. And that's when you capitalize them, because the strength most likely didn't leave. It's just a liquidity event. So you just bang it there, right then and there on those pullbacks. I mean, Sui, like, the hype behind Sui has been huge for the last couple of years. It's been this is just another pullback. Look, big pullback, big pullback, big pullback. Overall, uptrend. Overall uptrend. If you look at this, So we're gonna go a little bit further out. Sui, sorry. Looking at my old head. Sui USDT, here we go. Like, look at this. It's a weekly chart. One candle equals 1 week, all the way back from 2023. Like, what's wrong with that? You know, let's get a channel on it. Oh, like, what's wrong with that? Seriously. You know? Or you can pull these ones. Ready? Just go a little bit closer. 2-day chart. What's this? Big ascending triangle. Bullish chart pattern. Alright, is it about to break down? What's that? What's going on here? Big move incoming. This is literally the moment that we've been talking about. It's about to go. We're literally about to find out. It's gonna go boop boop boop, or it's gonna just go fucking ass dropped out of it, all the way down and take out these lows here at 269. Make some minds up. Put some trades on. I'll put a trade on. I'll long XRP with some leverage. Yep. We'll zoom in here. Let's have a little look. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put an alert here for a long, and I'm going to put an alert on 15-minute chart for a momentum swing low. Or I'm going to be a little bit more cautious. I'm going to take a 30-minute momentum swing. Alright, so when these lows, they come down, they go under here. These big lows come here. These lows come here. These lows. So when it makes these lows under the 20 mark, I can long it, and only then will I long it, because it just makes you, if you just do this and just only long when it's in the extremes and only short when it's in the extremes or above the extremes on a certain time frame, depending on your trade preference, then it forces you to make good entries, and entries are everything when it comes to leverage. Trust me. Like, impulsive behavior comes natural to me. And if you can make a rule to make you stop and enter only if this happens, then I'm telling you right now, that's a good one. Get the gigastochastic indicator, just send me a message, I'll give you access, no dramas, and you can do that. Set an alert on it. Alright, take it easy, that'll do, I reckon. Bit of TA. And be this guy. Forwards. Be this guy as soon as that gigastochastic triggers. Boom. Ta-ta. It's been fun. Bye for now.